It is 3:17 in the morning. The digital clock glows mockingly as you stare at the ceiling for the third hour straight. Your mind races through tomorrow's doctor appointment, your daughter's phone call from last week, that creaky sound the house keeps making. You have counted sheep, tried deep breathing, even downloaded one of those meditation apps your grandson recommended. Sound familiar? Let me share Dorothy's story. She is a 68-year-old retired teacher from Wisconsin who spent 2 years believing that waking up every few hours was just part of getting older. She would drag herself through days feeling foggy, irritable, and exhausted. Her energy for gardening, which was her greatest joy, had completely disappeared. One morning, while having coffee with her neighbor Linda, Dorothy mentioned feeling tired of being tired. Linda, who had struggled with similar sleep challenges, shared something that changed Dorothy's perspective entirely. She learned that certain everyday foods might naturally support better sleep patterns without the side effects she had experienced from over-the-counter sleep aids. Have you ever wondered if there is a gentler way to improve your sleep quality after 60? Welcome to your trusted home for senior health facts, where we explore evidence-based wellness approaches designed specifically for adults in their golden years. If living your healthiest, most energetic life matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Today, we are diving into 7 natural foods that research suggests may support better sleep patterns for adults over 60, along with the science behind why sleep becomes more challenging as we age. Sleep is not just about feeling rested. It is when your body performs its most critical maintenance work. But after 60, several biological changes can disrupt this natural process. Here is what happens. Your brain produces less melatonin, the hormone that signals bedtime. Your circadian rhythm, which is your internal body clock, becomes more sensitive to disruptions. You may also experience changes in sleep architecture, meaning you spend less time in deep, restorative sleep phases. According to the National Institute on Aging, approximately 40 to 70% of older adults experience chronic sleep problems, with difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep being the most common complaints. Poor sleep quality does not just affect how you feel the next day. Research from Harvard Medical School shows it can impact balance and increase fall risk, slow wound healing, weaken immune function, and potentially affect memory and cognitive performance. Think of sleep like your phone's charging time. If you only charge your phone to 30% each night, by afternoon it is sluggish and unreliable. Your body works similarly. Incomplete sleep cycles leave you running on partial power. The encouraging news is that certain nutrients found in common foods may naturally support your body's sleep-promoting mechanisms. Unlike synthetic sleep aids, these foods work with your body's natural processes rather than overriding them. Let us first examine some common dietary habits that might be working against your sleep goals. Then explore the foods that could become your natural allies for better rest. Let us identify the hidden culprits that might be stealing your precious sleep hours. First concern is afternoon and evening caffeine. Even if you only have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours, meaning it can linger in your system much longer than you realize. That afternoon, iced tea or chocolate dessert could still be affecting your brain's ability to wind down at bedtime. Research shows older adults may metabolize caffeine more slowly, making the effects last even longer. Second issue involves evening alcohol consumption. While that glass of wine might make you feel drowsy initially, alcohol actually disrupts your sleep cycles throughout the night. It can reduce REM sleep quality and increase the likelihood of waking up frequently. Many people find they sleep lighter and wake up feeling less refreshed after consuming alcohol in the evening. Third problem centers on large, rich evening meals. Eating heavy, spicy, or fatty foods close to bedtime forces your digestive system to work overtime when it should be winding down. This can raise your core body temperature and interfere with your natural sleep signals. Foods high in refined sugars can also cause blood sugar fluctuations that may wake you up during the night. Fourth consideration involves artificial sweeteners in evening snacks. Some research suggests that certain artificial sweeteners might affect gut bacteria, which plays a role in producing serotonin, a precursor to melatonin. While more research is needed, some people report better sleep when they avoid artificial sweeteners in the evening. Fifth factor is excessive fluid intake before bed. While staying hydrated is important, drinking large amounts of liquid in the 2 hours before bedtime often leads to nighttime bathroom trips that fragment your sleep. Dorothy discovered that her evening routine of decaf coffee with artificial creamer and a large dinner at 8 p.m. might have been working against her sleep goals. When she made some simple adjustments to these habits, she began to notice subtle improvements in how she felt in the morning. Have you noticed any connection between what you eat or drink and how well you sleep? Share your observations in the comments below. Now let us explore 7 foods that research suggests may naturally support better sleep patterns for adults over 60. First food is tart cherry juice. Tart cherries are one of the few natural food sources of melatonin. A small study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that older adults who drank tart cherry juice experienced modest improvements in sleep duration and quality. The suggested approach is about 8 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice consumed 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Start with a smaller amount to see how your body responds. Second food is kiwi fruit. This small fuzzy fruit contains several compounds that may support sleep, including serotonin precursors and antioxidants. Research published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that participants who ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime for 4 weeks reported improvements in sleep onset time. Kiwis are also gentle on the stomach and provide vitamin C and fiber. Third option involves raw almonds. A small handful of almonds, about 20 to 23 nuts, provides magnesium, a mineral that may help calm the nervous system and support muscle relaxation. Some people find that eating a small portion of almonds as an evening snack helps them feel more relaxed. Choose unsalted raw almonds to avoid excess sodium before bedtime. Fourth food is bananas. Rich in potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6. Bananas may help support the body's production of serotonin and melatonin. The natural sugars provide a gentle, steady energy source that will not cause blood sugar spikes. Try slicing half a banana into a small bowl of oatmeal for an evening snack. Fifth choice is plain oatmeal with cinnamon. Oats contain compounds that may naturally support melatonin production. A small bowl of plain steel-cut oats with a sprinkle of cinnamon can be a satisfying, sleep-friendly evening snack. The complex carbohydrates may help tryptophan reach the brain more easily, and the warm temperature can be naturally comforting. Sixth option involves chamomile tea with raw honey. Chamomile contains apigenin, a compound that may bind to certain receptors in the brain and promote relaxation. A warm cup of chamomile tea with a small teaspoon of raw honey about an hour before bed has been a traditional evening ritual for centuries. The honey provides a small amount of natural glucose that may help tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier. Seventh food is pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas. These small seeds are rich in tryptophan, magnesium, and zinc. Some people find that a small handful, about 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw or lightly roasted pumpkin seeds, makes a satisfying evening snack. They can be eaten alone or sprinkled on yogurt or oatmeal. Dorothy started with just chamomile tea and half a banana in the evening, replacing her usual coffee and cookies. After 2 weeks of this gentle change, she noticed she was falling asleep more easily and waking up feeling more refreshed. She gradually added other sleep-supporting foods to her routine, always paying attention to how her body responded. Remember, individual responses to foods can vary greatly. What works well for one person may not work the same way for another. Try incorporating one food at a time and observe how you feel. I want to tell you about Harold, a 74-year-old retired mechanic from Texas. For 3 years after his retirement, Harold struggled with what he called the 3 a.m. wake-up call. He would fall asleep fine around 9 p.m., but like clockwork, he would be wide awake in the early morning hours, his mind churning with worries and to-do lists. Harold felt frustrated and discouraged. He missed the deep, peaceful sleep he remembered from his younger years. His energy for his woodworking hobby, something that had always brought him joy, was practically non-existent. Then Harold's daughter suggested he try some of the natural approaches she had been reading about. Skeptical but desperate for a solution, Harold decided to make some small changes. He started having a small bowl of oatmeal with sliced banana in the evening instead of his usual late-night crackers and cheese. He replaced his evening beer with chamomile tea. 3 weeks later, Harold called his daughter with excitement in his voice. "I slept through the night for 5 days straight," he told her. "I actually woke up feeling like myself again." Harold's experience reminds us that sometimes the simplest changes can have the most profound effects on our well-being. You deserve to wake up feeling rested, energetic, and ready to enjoy your day. Tonight, I challenge you to try just one small change. Choose one food from our list that appeals to you. Notice how you feel not just tonight, but over the next week. Your body has an incredible ability to respond to gentle, consistent care. Ready to explore more natural approaches to healthy aging? Subscribe now and hit that notification bell so you never miss evidence-based health insights designed specifically for adults over 60. Now, let me address the most frequently asked questions about these sleep-supporting foods. A common question I hear is whether you can try several of these foods together or should stick to one at a time. It is generally fine to combine these foods, but start with 1 or 2 to see how your body responds. A banana with a few almonds or oatmeal with pumpkin seeds can work well together. Keep portions moderate since you will be eating closer to bedtime. Another frequent concern involves diabetes management. People ask which of these options would be most appropriate for them. Focus on lower sugar options like almonds, pumpkin seeds, and chamomile tea. If you choose fruits like kiwi or banana, eat smaller portions and consider pairing them with protein or healthy fats. Always monitor your blood glucose as recommended by your healthcare provider and discuss dietary changes with your doctor. Many people wonder how long before bedtime they should eat these foods. Generally, 1 to 2 hours before bedtime works well. This gives your body time to begin digesting while allowing the beneficial compounds to start working. Avoid eating large amounts right before lying down, as this can cause discomfort. A thoughtful question involves whether these foods are really more effective than over-the-counter sleep aids. These foods work differently than sleep medications. They provide nutrients that may support your body's natural sleep processes rather than inducing drowsiness. Many people prefer this gentler approach, especially when concerned about medication interactions or side effects. However, effectiveness varies greatly among individuals. People also ask how quickly they might notice improvements in their sleep. Some people report subtle changes within a few days, while others may need 2 to 3 weeks of consistent dietary changes to notice a difference. Sleep improvements often happen gradually, so keep a simple sleep diary to track patterns over time. Finally, some people mention they do not enjoy sweet foods and wonder what their best options are. Focus on almonds, pumpkin seeds, chamomile tea without honey, or plain oatmeal with just cinnamon. These options provide sleep-supporting nutrients without added sweetness. Let me share some practical guidance for implementing these changes. Consider avoiding afternoon caffeine because it can linger in your system for 5 to 7 hours, and instead try chamomile tea, which may promote natural relaxation. Rather than evening alcohol, which disrupts REM sleep cycles, try Tart cherry juice as a natural source of melatonin. Instead of large, late dinners that force digestion when your body should rest, consider a light oatmeal snack with gentle sleep, supporting nutrients. Replace artificial sweeteners, which may affect gut bacteria and serotonin, with a small amount of raw honey that may help tryptophan reach the brain. Avoid excessive evening fluids that cause nighttime wake-ups and choose moderate chamomile tea for hydration without excessive volume. For your daily routine to support better sleep, consider these approaches. In the morning, get 15 to 20 minutes of natural sunlight exposure and eat a balanced breakfast with protein to support healthy circadian rhythms. At lunch, choose lighter nutrient-dense meals and stay hydrated with water rather than caffeinated or sugary beverages. In the evening, finish dinner by 7 p.m. when possible and try one sleep-supporting snack 1 to 2 hours before bed while dimming lights to signal bedtime approaching. As a bonus, create a relaxing bedtime routine, perhaps gentle stretching, reading, or listening to calming music for 30 minutes before sleep. Before we wrap up today's discussion, I want to share something important with you. Everything we have covered today is intended for educational purposes to help you make informed decisions about your wellness journey. The experiences of Dorothy and Harold that I shared are representative of what some people have reported, but individual results can vary significantly. I always encourage you to work closely with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or sleep routine, especially if you are taking medications or managing health conditions. Your healthcare team knows your personal medical history, current medications, and individual health needs better than anyone. They can provide personalized guidance about which approaches might be most appropriate for your unique situation. What works wonderfully for Dorothy or Harold might need adjustments for your specific circumstances. Some foods can interact with certain medications, and some people may have allergies or sensitivities we have not discussed. Your healthcare providers are your best partners in creating a comprehensive approach to better sleep and overall wellness as you age. Always prioritize safety and professional medical guidance as you explore natural approaches to healthy aging. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video where we will continue exploring evidence-based approaches to thriving after 60. Sweet dreams, and remember, you deserve rest that leaves you feeling refreshed and ready to embrace each new day.